All right, Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to all the brothers and the few sisters out there unto the Israelite foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Shalom in the Hebrew, which means peace. Quick show to the spirit of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai. So just check this out a little bit.
In the streets like a goddamn dog. I want to give black people lazy. Hebrews of the Bible were black people living in Egypt under the Africans. Today, your Washington Monument is straight out to Egypt. The back of your dollar bill has Egyptian symbols. America built America on the backs of slaves. Our people, who were the real people in Egypt, the Hebrews. Passover was about the slaughtering of our slave masters in Egypt to free the slaves. Right. Ain't just him. Ain't just him. The Africans are oppressors too. Tell me when the Africans ever come out to march for us. Tell me. Tell me. The Ethiopians. Used to be black. The Ethiopians took it over. They don't hire us. They don't mess with us. We was marching for George Floyd down by the White House. Some African girl came and said, she went viral. She's from Cameroon. She said black people lazy and we deserve to die because we violent. What would you be if somebody came in your house and raped your woman and stole your children and then started calling themselves by your name? You'd be violent too. A universal and practical knowledge. Today we're under Commander General Yohana. We started in Harlem, New York, 1969, teaching the truth from the Bible, man. The Bible is a black man's book, and it's not religious. This is our Constitution. It tells you in here who you can marry and who you can't. But this is not to knock the brother. He said we can't get everybody. Let me tell you something. I'm here for everybody. Because when them cops come, whether you're Muslim, Christian, Rastafarian, you're a goddamn nigger in their eyes.
So you heard that part, right? So the brother gets into the whole notion of them getting together with these Black Panther movement and all that. But here it is. These guys supposed to be in the truth, under General Yohana, and they find themselves recruiting. I would say recruiting, but I would say in the point of associating themselves with every other religion, and this whole color scheme. Because this particular camp, isupk, they're all about IUIC. Both of these camps is just uniform. They all look alike. They all act alike. They all speak alike. They just uniform. And they hold and this particular group is all about wearing black all day. Now, can you wear black? There's no problem wearing black. But when you wear black all the time, that's pretty much a witch. All right. So what they're doing, which is obviously they're trying to associate everybody, lumping everybody together, so that when this man comes down on everybody. And it's proved that these guys don't have the spirit. They agent provocateurs, and they're here to bring, like the scripture says. Matter of fact, there's a whole bunch of scriptures. Let me get this scripture real quick. Can I get this back? Come back to that. Real quick. Micah 3. I don't like the last verse. It says 9. 3 and 9. It says Micah 3 and 9. Hear this, I pray you, O heads of the house of Jacob, and ye princes of the house of Israel, that abhor judgment and pervert all equity. They build Zion with blood, and with Jerusalem with iniquity. The heads thereof judge for reward, and the priests thereof teach for hire, and the prophets divine for money. Yet they will lean upon the Lord, saying, It is not the Lord among us, no evil can come upon us. Therefore shall Zion, for your sake, be plowed as a field, and Jerusalem shall become heaps and mountain of a house as the high places of the forest. So meaning, because of these people like these, you want to know why the enemy is going to come down hard upon you blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, because your leaders that are supposed to teach you is not teaching you the right thing. And they're teaching you to involve yourself with everything under the sun. And when that happens, you become an enemy to the Most High. All right. So what he's saying that if a Rastafarian, a Muslim, and all this other stuff, these are all different religion, but they serve all different gods. We're all not the same. All right. Matter of fact, Amos 3 and I think it's 6. No. Slakia. Yeah, 3. It says, can two walk together except they be agreed? And the only thing they have in common is that they wear black, and then some of them are dark skinned. That's about it. So you can't walk together without agreeing. All right? It's impossible. Matter of fact, I'm going to skim through this real quick because I'm going to do some more. Second Ezra 6 and 4, I believe. No, sorry, 16. Oh. 6. Okay, let me get this real quick. First, no, it should be second Ezra. Matter of fact, since I had this anyway, and this the Lord told us several times to do this. It says Numbers 16 and 21. Separate yourselves from among the congregation, that I may consume them in a moment. This is what the Lord told Moses, because he was going to consume. Who? He was going to consume his own people. All right. So these guys fail to understand, when you involve yourself with all these other religions and all these other factors, you are serving another God. All right. These people, they're not trying to separate themselves. Matter of fact, they're trying to become one with everybody else. The same thing that the Lord jacked us up for, this is what they're doing. Ezra 10 and 11, it says, now therefore, make confession unto the Lord, thy power of our fathers, and do his pleasure, and separate yourselves from the people of the land, and from the strange wives. Okay? Then all the congregation said with a loud voice, as thou hast said, so we must do. So we're supposed to be separated. What does the word holy mean? It means to be separated. We're not supposed to be involved with these other nations. All right? And yes, he's not saying, to get with the other nations, but it's liking a man going to being a part of another nation. All right, that was a big thing when you read the books of Acts, when Israelite foreigners who grew up differently were treated. And how were they treated? They was treated bad because they was the Israelites that knew that they were Israelites would separate themselves from the others. And that's the thing that these bumbling idiots don't understand. Matter of fact, Deuteronomy, something real easy, quick, simple. Deuteronomy 32 and I think it's 5. It says, oh, I'm sorry, not 32 and 5. But that is good though, actually. You know what? I'll read it. Deuteronomy 32 and 2 says, my doctrine shall drop as rain, my speech shall distill as a dew, as a small rain upon the tender herb, as the showers upon the grass. And then what is that doctrine? The doctrine is the truth. All right? Like the scripture says in 2 Ezra, the 6th chapter, matter of fact, I know I'm all over the place, but hey, that's the spirit. That's the spirit. 2 Ezra 6 around about 16, I believe. It says 2 Timothy 6 and 28. As for faith, it shall flourish, corruption shall overcome, and the truth, which have been so long without fruit, shall be declared. So why was that being said? Because the truth, there's many lies on the earth. So when the Lord made this statement, matter of fact, I'm gonna start at 1, Deuteronomy 32 and 1. It says, "Give ear, O ye heavens, and I will speak, and hear, O earth, the words of my mouth. My doctrine," so Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua's doctrine, "shall drop as the rain. My speech shall distill as dew." That means all over. All right. The scripture says what we always bring it out in Passover. Was it Numbers? The Lord is one. I can't remember specifically what chapter, but we recite that because what? The Most High is one. He's only one. Is only one power. Is only one son of the power. All right. So if you're talking about you're gonna be there for these people, you're going against everything that the Lord has spoken of. All right. It says, "Upon the tender herb, as a grass upon the grass. As a shower upon the grass, because I will publish the name of the Lord. Ascribe ye the greatness unto our power. He is the rock. He said his work is perfect, for all his ways are judgment. And it said the Most High, the power of truth, without iniquity, just and right is he. They have corrupted themselves. Their spot is not the spot of his children. They are perverse and crooked generation." And that's what you're seeing. This is a perverse and crooked generation. They take the words of the Lord and they use it for whatever means that they use it. They're not separating themselves from everything else. They getting more involved. They're not the matter of fact. I'm all over the place. Hold on, real quick. Judges 2, was it 11? It says, "And the children of Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord, and served Balaam, and they forsake the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshua, the power of their fathers, that which brought them out of the land of Egypt, and followed other gods of people that were around about them, and bowed themselves upon them, and provoked the Lord to anger. And they forsake the Lord and served Baal and Ashtoreth. And the anger of the Lord was hot against Israel, and he delivered them into the hands of the spoilers that spoiled them. And he sold them into the hands of their enemies round about, so that they could not any longer stand before their enemies." So he's talking about all this stuff. We're gonna stand up. We're gonna come if a black Muslim or whatever. That's going against what the Lord said. All right. It was one particular scripture. It's in my head. You know what? Let me look for the other one I was thinking of. Matter of fact, maybe it was 6. No, I don't think it's 16. It was 4. I know it's 16. Real quick. Nope. Maybe it's Balaam. Actually, it's Baal. Sorry. Okay. I know it's the tip of my tongue. This is one of the main ones I want to get. I believe it's First Corinthians 6. Try 16. Oh, there it is. Like yeah, 6. Second Corinthians 6:14 it says, "Be not unequally yoked with unbelievers." Yeah, and these people don't believe. Matter of fact, unbeliever. I believe it's in Hebrews, real quick. 10. If I'm not mistaken, it says. Should be the 10th chapter. I'll look it up. Or is it unbelief? Slacking. Hebrews 3:20, 3:12 it says, "Take heed, brethren, lest that ye be any of you an evil heart of unbelief, and departed from the living power." All right. Let me see. Hold on. There should be more to that. Okay. Then verse 19, it says, So we see that they could not enter in because of unbelief." But basically, unbelieving heart. The scriptures I can't remember, is pretty much a sin. So if you claim it to be of the product of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, you're not gonna find yourself being with unbelievers, okay? Because that's a sin. That's why you're supposed to separate yourselves from them. You're not supposed to have any sort of association with these unbelievers. Which I'm going to end it off on this. It says, "Be not unequally yoked with unbelievers, for what fellowship have righteousness with unrighteousness? And what communion have light with darkness? And what concord have Mashiach with Baal? Or what part have he that believeth with infidel?" Which, when you look up the word infidel, it says, apatis, unfaithful, faithless, not to be trusted. So why would you associate yourself with untrusted people? Why? And this came to my head. I believe it's Sirach 13. It says, verse 15, every beast loveth his like, and every man loveth his neighbor. All flesh consorted according to the kind, and man will cleave to his like. What fellowship have the wolf with a lamb, so the sinner with the godly? So these guys they're not of the truth. They bought and sold, man. At the end of the day, they're gonna sell everybody out because the attributes that they show, is wickedness, man. The attributes that they show is worldly, and they obviously sold everybody out. So that way, when that hammer comes down, it comes down on everybody. Okay? Proving that these niggas ain't shit. So with that, it's something real quick to the spirit. Shalom to the elect of the nations of Shalom.